This entire week, I made a grand total of $0, and I'm gonna explain why I'm happy about it. So here it is, realized P&L $0. This is what I've been seeing for the past 4 days. And this is also what I've been seeing for the past 4 days. We've seen stocks go up, hit VWAP, and then just go all the way down. But I'm gonna explain in this video why that's actually a good thing and why I'm happy about it. Let's get to it. So why am I happy? Well, I'm happy because I'm following my strategy. This is like elite level performance, if I do say so myself. If this was me, let's say 2 years ago, I would be super pissed. I'd be like, damn it, this entire week I didn't trade. What the hell's going on? Maybe the strategy's wrong. Maybe I need to change this. Maybe I need to do this. But I'm at a point now in my trading career where a week without trading is completely fine. As long as I'm following my strategy, it doesn't matter how long we have no trade days for. I can have a no trade day for an entire week. I can have a no trade week. That's fine. As long as I'm following my strategy. Now, if I'm getting no trade days because I'm missing setups or I'm scared or FOMO, whatever, that's obviously a problem. But if I'm getting no trade days because I'm following my strategy to a T, well, then I'm already outperforming like 90% of traders. You have to realize most of these people, they're not disciplined enough to follow a strategy. They see a stock go up, they buy it. They see it go down, they sell it. It's just random stuff. If you're following a strategy, which is exactly what I'm doing, you're gonna have you're gonna have slow weeks. You're gonna have slow days. That's how it goes. That's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm happy that I'm following my strategy, which brings me to my next point, which is FOMO. If I really wanted to trade this week, I would have been like, okay, we haven't traded for 2 days. Okay, let me just enter, and I would have lost a bunch of money. And then this video would have been titled, "Hey guys, here's how I lost 10K." So staying away from FOMO is super important, and I'm happy that I stayed away from FOMO this entire week because I could have traded as many times as I wanted and lost a bunch of money. But when you see a stock go up and you're like, you know what, this just does not match my criteria, I'm not gonna trade it. And then you see it go down, you're equally as happy. You're happy that you didn't take it. I mean, yeah, technically you could have bought here, you could have sold here, but let's be honest, that would have never happened. So you look at this and you're like, I'm happy that I didn't take this because of this massive dump. And the last reason is of market cycles. I've talked about this before, but this is super important to understand. There's gonna be slow times, there's gonna be fast times. That's just the way it works. You can't expect the stock market to just be pumping every single day. It doesn't work like this. You're always gonna have slow moments. Maybe months of slow time, maybe a year of slow time. That's just the way it works. But if you can be mature enough to recognize what cycle we're in and trade accordingly, then you're operating at like the top 1%. If let's say the market's going up like this, right? And you're being very conservative. You're like, I could trade, I could add more to my position, but I don't know, I'm nervous. You're a bozo. But if you see this happening and you're like, okay, the stock market's pumping, it's been pumping for the past week, we have tremendous news, we have amazing gappers, blah blah blah. And you're adding more, you're being more aggressive. That's amazing. And similarly, and arguably more importantly, if the stock market is going down and it's slow, it's not that exciting, and you're aggressively adding, you're trading every day, you're taking multiple setups, then you're also a bozo. Because what you need to do is, you look at this and you need to be like, listen, stock market's slow. We're having a bit of a rough period. Maybe it's better that I just trade a little less, or maybe it's better that I just don't trade at all. That's like top 1% efficiency. So let's look at what the market has been like for the past week. So we've seen a lot of great movement pre-market. We've seen a lot of great gappers. We've seen stocks go from $2 to like $16 pre-market. It's been pretty hectic. And so you suspect like, okay, pre-market has been terrific. We have an insane amount of gappers, blah blah blah. When market opens, it should also be good. But in reality, what I found is that it's kind of like they take turns. So for maybe say 2 months, pre-market is super hectic. It's amazing. We have insane news coming out, amazing catalysts, all these stocks pumping. But then as soon as market opens, it's just dry as hell. And then 2 months later, they swap. So pre-market is kinda dead. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. But as soon as market opens, it just starts pumping and pumping and pumping, pumping. That's when you get these days where you're up like 20, 30K. Even more. So it's kind of like they take turns. And what's happening nowadays is we have these stocks that are going up, yes, but they're only going up pre-market. And when market opens, everyone's so uninterested. It just goes sideways. Look at this. It's literally been going sideways for the entire day. It cannot make it above VWAP, which is a common pattern. It just tries going up, it can't, then rejects, and then it just stays like this for the entire day. Now guys, quick heads up, I have my free trading course. It includes a free course, but it also includes a trade tracker Notion template. So this is a great way to start tracking the trades that you're taking, analyzing and reviewing your trades. It's amazing. There's also much more in the course, so go check that out. Click the first link in the description to get it for free. So now I want to talk about market cycles. Like I mentioned this a little bit before, markets are always going to go through cycles. And I have the price, I think this is the weekly price of Bitcoin in front of you, because this is one of the easiest ways to explain a market cycle. So we see in 2020, it's kind of going sideways, right? It's going sideways, whatever. We have COVID, so it crashes. It still goes sideways, blah, blah, blah. And then we enter the pump phase. This is where you make a shit ton of money. Everyone's happy. Everyone's buying Lambos, right? It just shoots up like crazy. It's amazing. And then what happens? It starts to go down. So we've transitioned from a bullish cycle to a bearish cycle. This is natural. That's how it works. So it's bearish for a couple of months. Then it's bullish again. Then it's bullish, 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 bullish. And then it's bearish and bearish and bearish and bearish and bearish. So I can almost draw lines to explain this clearly. So if I draw a line from here all the way up till here, this is all where it's bullish. And then I draw another line from here, roughly, all the way down till here. And that's bearish, right? And then I draw another line from here to here, and that's bullish. And then I draw another line from here to here, and that's bearish. So you see how just by me drawing these lines, you can very clearly see how we've just transitioned the price into different sectors or different time frames, if that makes any sense, right? Like I'm just doing this like look at this. Another one over here, and another one over here. So you see how just by me separating these cycles, it becomes abundantly clear of what's going on. Now, if you only buy stocks, or let's say you only short stocks, whatever, you're only going to be trading in certain parts of this chart. So for example, if I only buy stocks, I'm not going to be trading on this little area over here because the stock's going down, because Bitcoin's going down. I'm not going to buy it. There's no reason for me to buy it. I'm trading against the trend. Now, if I was shorting Bitcoin, then I wouldn't buy it or short it over here because it's pumping up. I'm going to lose a bunch of money. So recognizing what market cycle you're in and then making decisions based on that is the smartest thing you can do. Now, personally, I don't short stocks. I'm completely against that. Not really ethically. I know people are against it ethically. I don't really care about that. It's mostly just because of how much risk is at play. And you don't understand how much risk there is until you lose a bunch of money. But either way, the point I'm trying to say is, because I don't short stocks, if we have a slow cycle like we're in right now, like this one, for example, which is just going down, I'm just going to preserve my capital. I'm not going to trade. I'm just going to wait it out until we get another bullish cycle. And when that bullish cycle comes, I'm going to make sure that I'm aggressive and I make the most out of that cycle while it lasts. Now, if you want to trade the strategy that I trade along with a bunch of other traders, then definitely go ahead and check out the community. Inside the community, you can see all of my live trades. So you can literally see exactly when I enter and exit in a screen recording. This is super useful, and I wish I had this when I first started out trading. Inside the Discord, there's also the live mover section. So over here, I tell you exactly when stocks are going up and stocks that I'm going to be trading. So today on the 29th of January, I didn't post anything because nothing went up. So to join the community, click the link in the description to get a 7-day free trial of the community. I am going to be increasing the price every 10 members. So if you do want to get a cheap price, go lock that in right now. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Again, remember, slow markets, it's not a bad thing, right? Don't fall into this trap of FOMOing into trades, being angry and like switching your strategy every day. Don't do that. Stick to the strategy. As long as you're doing that, slow days are gonna come, but also fast days are gonna come. So just stay locked in, stay patient. Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe, like the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.